Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are here with another episode of the Rings of Power, episode 5. Last time on the Rings of Power, the Island Kingdom of Numenor. Um, I've been watching a few other reactions and reviews of this episode, and what I find interesting. A lot of people seem to believe that the Queen Regent made the right decision in going with Galadriel, and that she may have misinterpreted the prophecy. But I'm of the opposite mind in that when you look at the end of the episode and you see the Queen Regent's face, this is clearly not a decision that she wants to make. Um, but as a leader, this all signs, and as she mentioned before, she didn't want to make her decision purely on faith, and Galadriel convinced her otherwise. The signs are there. So as a leader trying to save her people, she's trying to make the decision that she feels is best. But I can't help but think back to an episode I believe it was episode 1 or 2, and it was a conversation between the Elven King and I think Elrond. And he spoke about Galadriel's, her thirst for vengeance that may inevitably lead to causing the very destruction she's trying to avoid. And I think that is what we are witnessing here. And I think by leaving the Queen Regent, especially by leaving Numenor, it will be a catalyst for the disaster that she was trying to prevent. And I don't know. So yeah, that's just my immediate thoughts on it. I share the Queen Regent's worry, and I think Galadriel getting her way isn't how this plays out. We do know something catastrophic is going to have to happen for her to change, and it's going to be something tragic. And I believe it's going to be the destruction of Numenor, which indirectly she's going to cause by seeking out Sauron. So I do think that is the reality that we're faced with at the moment. Yeah, we've gotten Arondir back safely at the very least for the moment. He was about to be attacked, but he's back. The barkeep we now know was the original owner of the hilt that that the orcs are searching for. And something interesting about the barkeep, because he mentioned that the coming of Sauron and seeing the the meteor crashing from the sky, and that being a sign. But I think this is a misdirect. I do not believe that the stranger is Sauron. I have two theories on that. Either Sauron is someone who we've already met, and I have my suspicions about who, or there were two meteors that landed, and we only saw the one in terms of who landed. But I do believe that there were two. That's one theory, that there were two, and we just haven't met the other as yet. But I think it's pretty clear that this wizard is good, or at the very least the writers are playing with the idea, and you see this in the film as well, where Saruman went to the dark side. But I think they're playing with the idea that yes, wizards can be good or bad depending on I don't know, the fate. But I think this wizard being with the Harfoots will be why he goes down the good path and not the bad one. But it's just highlighting that wizards are capable of doing both. And so we see him speak to the fireflies, and then they die shortly after. So I think that is what they're alluding to with the wizard. I don't think he's Sauron at all. Now, my second theory as to us having already met Sauron is the Queen Regent's advisor in Numenor. I do not trust that man. That's the advisor that was walking around the market and kind of making friends with all the locals, and he calmed the storm with the people that were out front, calling the queen an elf lover. I can't help but shake the feeling that he may have paid that man to cause all this mischief. When I went back to watch the episodes, I do see the same man that Galadriel's companion, the one that he got into a fight with and he stole his crest. That guy was at the palace when they first arrived in Numenor. I can't help but share the feeling that the Queen Regent's advisor perhaps is Sauron. If not, he's someone who has been pushing to get the Queen to leave, even though we're seeing the opposite. But with the Queen Regent now gone, all the power falls now to him. So if we have indeed met Sauron already, that is my first suspect. Yeah, so those are my theories so far. But definitely looking forward to this episode and seeing what this has, what the writers have in store for us. But before we get started, just take a minute to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to support the channel. But episode 5, let's check it out.
Migration. Migration.
Oh, speaking.
Means like to move.
Yeah.
What we do, Harfoot.
I've seen some people say that, they were happy that the Harfoots weren't a part of the last episode, but I miss them. I didn't know what y'all are watching. I'm loving Nori and Poppy and the stranger.
Parents?
Like danger.
Yeah, so I mean, this just supports my idea that this is just supposed to be a wizard that, it's kind of between light and dark and haven't necessarily gone in either direction as yet. But I think he will be good.
No, you're not. It's
Firefly.
That was just an accident. Good.
Yeah. How far behind are they though? Okay. At least they're kind of helping Poppy now, because before it was like, why is she pulling her own wagon? Braids. Where exactly are they heading? And these stories have to converge at some point, and he does. It seems he needs to get to somewhere particular, where those constellations are clear. So is he going in the direction he wants? But this is good. Bravo, Poppy. Bravo. No? Why are we here? Someone looking for him. Who are these three? Okay. Spooky. Alright, so definitely looking for the stranger. Now, that looks evil. Oh, Adar. Okay, so I'm wondering if we are seeing some, like a transformation of sorts. He's able to stand in the sun, but he still looks orc-like, but not quite. So maybe this is suggesting that, maybe the orcs were once elves at some point. It hurts, man. What do you think?
I wish.
Can I cover my arm now?
Like I do.
Please? Yeah? No?
Soon it will be gone.
I hope those at the tower are prepared. They don't look like they're preparing for an attack. Oh, okay. She's about to tell them. Bad news.
Our enemy vows to attack. In exchange for mercy,
Is she gonna tell them
we've
the
been ordered
offer?
to abandon this tower and swear fealty to
Okay.
their commander.
I would have left that part out, to be honest.
Who will stand with me?
This crowd?
Who among you
Ha.
will stand and fight?
Okay. We have a few hands. All right. Oh, where's the barkeep? I know he's. Yep. He has to sow discord.
Fight. You will die. I say be better to take our chances bowing to the supposed
Oh,
enemy.
he's going right for it. He's not even being subtle.
Together we can survive this.
Follow me, and together we will.
All it takes is one voice. Yeah, we knew he was going. And Theo is staying with his mom. I think eventually he will, but not yet. Unfortunately, I worry it. You know, that will be when something does happen to Bronwyn. I hope I'm remembering her name correctly. But if something happens to his mother, I think that is when he'll leave.
What are your qualifications?
Qualifications?
You belong to the Sea Guard?
Well,
You know I'm
that's
twice
a
the
good
same-
point.
belong to the
He
Sea
did get himself fired. He's not wrong. I still think he's doing it for personal reasons, but he's not wrong here. You screwed up. And he still has that entitlement, asking his father to
I
push him
care.
to the front of the line.
I'm ready to serve.
Then earn it.
Nothing would make me prouder.
But you had your chance.
I mean, if you didn't intentionally screw up, you know, you could have a better argument to your father here. Yeah, there's still Discord. I thought as much in the last episode. I was like, how did they move from, you know, elf lover to let's go to war?
South, I should think. Towards the watchtower of Ostwith.
I'll inform the Sea Guard.
Is he going with them?
My thanks, Lord Halbrand.
Lord?
I'm certain your fellowship will prove just as invaluable once you make landfall.
We?
Landfall.
I don't think he's going.
Galadriel informed us of your aspiration to unite your people.
Did she now?
Did she?
She's known for doing that.
I have no doubt, come time, he will do his part.
You want people to go to war on
Given
that?
her
On an
state my
intuition?
name on it, I should hope so.
I don't think she's making the right choice in going. Now, he made it clear from the very beginning. Oh, that's what he got in return.
I have just convinced me to send 5 ships and 500 men to aid your people. Many might assume you used me.
Yeah, but we know why you're doing this, so no. Too steadfast, Galadriel. Too steadfast. Wargs. Not good. Did something happen to the rest of the caravan? Oh, okay, they're alright. I was worried for a sec. Uh-oh. Something tells me she's gonna be the first victim. Oh, okay. Dear God.
You nearly caused me heart to burst.
Malva.
We saw footprints.
In the mud, I
One at a time, please.
That's not good. Why go to Melva? Melva doesn't seem to like y'all. Oh, whoa. Are those wargers or is it something else? Where's the stranger? Oh, okay. Strong. Now, do you want to keep him around? I don't know. Did he remember any magic? Nice. I'm good, okay? I'm good. It's not without cost, apparently. I mean, he saved them, okay? This is a good enough reason to keep them around.
But the other.
There are many ways to kill a
I was teaching them how to fight. This
Come
is
at
not
me.
going to help with sentiments right
We'll
now.
see who can score flesh.
Anyone that does I will promote.
What if Isildur comes in and challenges her, though? He does want to go, and his father will have no choice but to honor his word. Come on, Isildur. Now's your time. I shouldn't want this. He's gonna do something horrible. But this is his chance to earn that promotion. Oh, she's having fun. I'd give up at this point. If 6 of us can't do the job, then yeah, I think we can call it. Yeah. Thanks for the lesson. You did touch her.
Well done, Lieutenant.
Okay. But it took 6 people to land that blow. Okay, I thought Isildur was gonna challenge her, but I guess not. Oh, he's the Queen's cousin.
The folly of youth is
A
enough
coup.
to make an old man weep.
Is it folly to try and stop a war?
And I don't trust him. I really don't. I think he wants the Queen gone.
Soon we will save the low men of Middle-earth, lift them up and give them the king they've long awaited. A king who will be forever in our debt. Now contemplate if you
So he's
can
doing this
how
for
that might
commercial
benefit us.
reasons. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying it. I do not think that's the right decision. Although I thought they would have sailed out already. Actually, I didn't think we'd start this episode with us still in Numenor.
Never seen him take a shine to an outsider like this before.
What's wrong?
Brought you some beeswax.
What's happening here? Oh, are you freezing your hand?
Hey.
Oh, no, no! Why would you do that? No. Why would you do that? Ah, this is not good. No, don't. Wake up, stranger, wake up. Oh no. Did he just hurt Nori? Okay. Her arm's okay. No. She's a little afraid of him now. Damn it! You were making so much progress. Alright, I still don't think he's Sauron, and I know it looks bad. Okay, I was wondering where they were during... Did make a trip to find out what was up with the elves.
Doom has been called the quietest of dwarven kingdoms. But
Okay, so there are other elven, other dwarven kingdoms. I didn't really realize.
Himself. Your minds delving ever deeper.
Very inquisitive.
I might task the same of Lindon. Shipping off its warriors, expanding its cities. Bit southern for elves, no? Typically takes you people weeks just to decide to take it.
If I may.
Okay, so the Elven King has begun moving his forces south as well.
Years of effort we perceive as taking but a moment. In so doing, I would not wish to offend our guest.
I would think our dwarven friend far too stout.
It's been a minute since we've actually seen him, and the last time we did, he saw the darkness on, you know, leaves and so on. Don't think we've seen what he's done with that information quite yet.
Why do you ask?
Uh-oh.
This stone grows only at certain depths.
Is this something they took from the dwarves? This is not looking good.
Preserve its use.
Elrond's like, let me take my elbows off this table.
For tombs.
Damn.
to our honored dead.
So they took it from Dwarven tomb.
Please forgive our sacrilege, Lord Durin. We shall have to send it home with you so it can be treated with proper respect.
Huh. Still don't trust Celebrimbar though. Obviously he and the king know about the Mithril. Or at least they know something is there. And they're using Elrond and he doesn't know just yet.
I went to Khazad-dûm with a proposal of friendship, but in truth, you sought something far more tangible.
Yes.
Didn't you?
Are you familiar with the Song of the Roots of Ithidlir?
Yeah, both him and Celebrimbar are obviously aware that Mithril is there.
On one side fought an elven warrior. The heart as pure as Manwë.
And on the other?
On the other, a Balrog of Morgoth, who channeled all his hatred into the tree to destroy it. Amidst their due, unending lightning ensnared the tree. Forging of their
that's what formed the Mithril.
power.
Interesting. Mithril.
Durin was right.
Then you admit that dwarves did find it, the ore containing the light of the lost Silmaril.
I admit only this. I promised Durin never to reveal his people's secrets.
If your king demands it. How? How so? Why do you need this thing so badly? And if it is that you do need it, why not
The blight upon this
ask
is but an
the
outer
dwarves?
manifestation of an inner reality. That the light of the Eldar, our light, is fading.
Or something else? Don't do it, Elrond. Don't do it.
If the elves abandon Middle-earth now,
Then talk to the dwarves.
armies of
What?
darkness will march over the
Talk to the
face
dwarves. I don't get.
will be the
At least
end
try.
of
You know,
power,
I understand
people,
they don't have the
but
best
all
of relationships,
peoples.
but build relations with them, and you can maybe trade for the ore or something. They don't know. I guess they've been living in a time of peace. They were born in a time of peace, so they've become a bit complacent and they take it very lightly.
Right. What did I come to say?
But you want something.
You're only apologizing because you think, now that I've been promoted, I can get you on the expedition.
Yeah, he's right.
Fine, you get a free hit.
Earn your way there. I don't know.
Your choice, one hit.
3.
Oh.
2.
Actually,
Ah. No.
I can't in good conscience state my name recommending you for a duty that you might well decide.
it'll be different this time.
Will it? He just got the promotion, right? And you're asking him to risk it on your word. Why'd you hit me, man? He's going to sneak aboard. Oh, okay. It's not him. For what? A girl? Ridiculous. Is Isildur on here? I mean, someone has got to be trying to sneak in. Yeah.
Are you stowing away?
Are you trying to burn the ship down? You saw me.
Don't.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's too late now. And he'd probably blame it on Isildur. Hey, get going. It's too late now. Damn. Did he manage to save him? Or maybe, you know, he saves him and this is the promotion that he gets. Either he gets blamed for this or he is praised as a hero for saving, you know, the advisor's
He was in a
son.
fishing boat. A cask must have gone up. A cask?
Lying. A cask caused that.
He could have just left. He saved my life.
No? Lie and you both get what you want.
I recommend we delay the voyage.
Obviously.
Until we have time enough to win more hearts to your cause.
Our enemy grows stronger every day. Perhaps every hour we have. Remember why you chose this path. Remember your faith.
Do you think I could forget?
No. No, you don't. And she's already made the announcement to go, so...
This council will reconvene at first light to make a final decision. See to it Lord Halbrand attends.
You've got to convince him to make your case.
I was there.
But they've already said, the dwarves have already said it's very perilous to mine, so they'd be destroying the dwarven home just to get their hands on it.
A mortal man who believed he could convince the very gods.
And it could be that this is what releases the Balrog, because based on the legend that they described earlier, it could be the Mithril that's keeping it in check. Kind of already broken the oath. But I still don't agree with you, Celebrimbor. I guess it's a bit complicated because even if Durin doesn't betray, even if Elrond doesn't betray Durin, the dwarves intend to mine the hell out of the Mithril anyway, so they may release the Balrog regardless.
Help me.
I think I've helped you quite enough.
Then help yourself.
He doesn't want to fight.
You don't know what I did before I ended up on that rock.
What did you do?
You don't know how I survived.
Yeah, could it be that he's the kid's father? I wonder. The kid with the dagger. No.
Sometimes to find the light, we must first touch the darkness.
What do you know of darkness?
My brother.
What happened to him?
He was killed. In a place of darkness and despair. By servants of Sauron. Is that enough for you?
So this is about vengeance?
One cannot
Yeah,
satisfy
pretty
thirst
much.
by drinking seawater.
Then what is it? Why do you keep fighting?
It is vengeance at this point.
Why do you keep fighting?
I cannot stop.
At least some honesty from her for once, I suppose. And I mean, is it really worth dragging these people into that war purely for that reason? I mean, it's sad that she lost her brother, but I think everyone lost someone in the war. You know, going to war purely for your pain just isn't, you know, isn't practical.
This is how you earn yours.
They're going down a bad path here.
I pledge my own dying service.
Interesting. Is this what he wants, or is he going to slaughter
I pledge
them?
my loyalty to Sauron.
I mean, he did send them the message, so, or is this a no? I don't know. He gave them the option, but I'm also not convinced that he wants these people on his side.
You're Sauron, you know.
I don't think he's Sauron. So you'll serve anyone. Oh, he has to kill someone.
Only blood.
Prove your loyalty.
can bind.
Prove your loyalty. Will he do it? I mean, he's come this far. I would not. Did he kill him? Did he not? I don't know. I think he did. I was hoping maybe this was a part of some master plan, but clearly not. Yeah.
Every kitchen knife too sharp. So
Why fight with you? Your mother, I guess.
I've come to know the voices and the hands of those behind them.
half of us just left.
Yeah, half. And half of you are still here.
Stayed. Including you.
Let's just hope he doesn't end up shooting you in the back with that arrow. One can only hope. You're not my father.
You don't know.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Alright, this is the Elven Tower, right? I don't know. I know they want to stay and fight, but isn't it a good idea to maybe get word to the Elven King? I mean, that is what Arondir was supposed to do initially.
Take away everything from your son. His son's off to him.
Why would she suddenly decide to do that?
You were right to watch us. Because we're destined for the darkness.
I mean, why would this change any of that? If anything, they now know what they're looking for, so there's a lot of them. Even got a pretty good chant. Almost makes me want to root for them. You should come clean to Durin and let him know.
You made it up, didn't you?
This has been wanting a new table for years.
Oh, that's funny. But he should come clean to Durin. It's not as though they didn't already know. They already knew what was there. You know, so it's not as though he willingly just said this thing is there.
I did not come to Khazad-dûm for friendship, but ambition.
Yeah,
I did not know
that's true.
it. But I came for Mithril.
He didn't know.
Without it, my kind must either abandon these shores by spring or perish.
Why don't they just return home, though?
Perish.
Sounds great for the dwarves.
The fate of the
But
entire
why do they
Elven
need to
race
stay here is
is
what
in
I'm
my
not
hands.
too clear on. Durin is like, I like the sound of that.
Whose hands?
Yours.
I mean, this is my problem with the Elven King. I mean, he could have approached the dwarves and made them some kind of offer or something. I think it's going to end horribly either way, but at least they would have had good relations with the dwarf if they came to them.
Thank me after we find a way to convince my father. Or can we please get moving?
Under one condition. Tell Disa the table's from me.
If it shows... Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's... it definitely looks a lot like Aragorn. I'm guessing it's intentional. Oh, I guess they're going. Despite the Queen Regent's father warning her that nothing awaits her but darkness. Armor looks beautiful, by the way. All of them. Now, what about Isildur?
His father secured him a post. Again.
Own mine. Same as you.
Oh, okay.
Thought I was in cavalry.
Alright, so his father allowed him back on, I guess, because he saved the
stable sweep.
The advisor's son. I mean, his friends aren't wrong. He didn't really earn it, really. It's still based on a lie. Still think this is a bad decision. Stop gawking, guys. Let's go. It's gonna end terribly, but let's go. I won't say goodbye to Numenor because I do not think it will be here when you get back. Well, enjoy the view while it's still here. Alright, episode 5 of The Rings of Power. This was a pretty long episode. Might be the longest one we've had yet. But yeah, let's start with the Harfoots, because a lot happened this episode. We spent a lot more time in Numenor than I thought we would have. I thought at the end of the last episode it would have been okay. We were going to war and then we would have seen the ships leaving this episode and that would have been it. But there was quite a bit of build-up done this episode. But let's start with the Harfoots. They are making progress. We were introduced to a few new characters in pure white who seem to be following the stranger. This kind of puts, you know, a damper on my theory that the stranger isn't Sauron. I still believe it's not Sauron. I still don't think it's Sauron, but this is certainly nudging us in that direction since these, I don't know, perhaps, I don't know what they are. Sauron worshippers, I don't know, are looking for Sauron. They found the meteor site where he crash landed. I'm still sticking to my theory that this is a wizard, and you know, one who's still between light and darkness, and I think the Harfoots would help him find his path. As to why these strangers would be looking for the stranger, I don't know. And there was a situation here. The stranger did help out. You know, they were being attacked by some creatures in the woods, and you know, he used some magic. Nori went to check on him, and he, not intentionally, caused some harm to her, and she's run away. Understandably, you know, he hasn't quite gotten his powers under control yet, and he's not, you know, he doesn't have any awareness of the people around him. But I think that will change. I think over time, give Nori some time with him, and I think she will help get him there. He's certainly speaking a lot more now than he was when we met him, and he's understanding things a bit more. I mean, it would be something if it was Sauron, but I'm still holding on to hope that this is a wizard and not Sauron. As for my other theory that Sauron was in Numenor and is the Queen Regent's advisor, you know, that, I don't know, but I guess based on the scene that we had with him in this episode, that might not be true because he's saying he's doing this for trade. But I don't know, I'm still suspicious of him until proven otherwise. One thing we know for certain is that we now know that he's the Queen's cousin, and he definitely has a thirst for power and ambition. And with her leaving Numenor, I do still worry that he might seize that opportunity to take control, and that may eventually, or if he is in fact Sauron, he's sowing the seeds of discord and Numenor will be destroyed. Yeah, so a few theories there. we did. I don't know. I guess for the most part, where Durin and Elrond are concerned, Elrond technically did not break his vow. I still kind of feel as though if the king asked you, "Is Mithril there?" and you said, "I'm keeping my word to Durin," you're kind of confirming that the thing is actually there. You know, if you weren't, you would just say no. So even by not acknowledging it, you're still saying yes, something is there, or it is there, but I can't see that it's there. So he's kind of still giving them an answer, you know. So he didn't directly break his vow, but kind of still did. But the secret is out now that, you know, the king and Celebrimbor do know that Mithril is there, and they've explained why they now need Mithril, because the light of the tree is fading and they believe this will, I guess, rejuvenate it. But I don't know, I mean, do they have any proof that this will in fact work? And if so, why are they still building the forges? Why do they still need those? So yeah, there's still a lot of questions there. But at least we kind of understand what their motivations are. I still question why they need a forge and what exactly they plan on making with the forge, which we kind of have an idea what that is. But they did mention the Balrog and some warrior fighting, and you know, that clash forming the Mithril. And I do wonder now whether in fact the Mithril is what is keeping the Balrog in check within the mountains. And we know Balrog shows up in this because it was in one of the trailers for this series. So I do wonder whether the Mithril is what is keeping the Balrog in check, and then mining it, you know, going deeper and deeper into the mountains is what will actually, you know, release it. And the last episode where the dwarven miners got trapped in the mountains, you know, at first I thought it was just a mountain a cave-in, but now I have to wonder whether that was the Balrog reacting. And, you know, when they say that it's perilous to mine, it's because the deeper they go into the mountains, the more the Balrog is creating tremors and so on, and these might just be signs that the Balrog is near, you know, being released. So I think regardless of whether Durin had accepted to help or not, the Balrog would have been released, because he did suggest that he wanted to mine the Mithril for his own people. And so I think either way they were going to go deeper in the mines, and the Balrog would have been released regardless. I just think the Elven King could have gone about things differently. Instead of using deception, he could have gone to the Dwarven King and maybe agreed to a trade of some sort and some sort of agreement and say, okay, yes, you give us Mithril, we give you this, something like that, you know, instead of going this roundabout way and trying to get it that way. But fortunately, Durin is a great guy, agreed to help. It's still not up to him, he still needs to convince his father, but he understands the plight and says he'll take it to his father. So we'll see. His father may very well decide that, you know, we'll use this as leverage to get something from the elves. And that scene with Durin making up that story about the table is just hilarious. It is hilarious. Yeah, we caught up with Arondir and I think, is it Bronwyn? I'm trying to remember if Bronwyn is her name or if I'm confusing her with someone else. I think it is Bronwyn. And you know, half of the people in the tower decided to go and serve Sauron, and we didn't see what their fate was. So I'm curious to know whether the blacksmith decided to kill the kid to swear allegiance to Sauron. I don't know, what did he expect to happen? And they're cowards, because it's like, okay, are you Sauron? You know, it doesn't matter. We'll serve you whoever you are, kind of thing. So they're just fearful of losing their lives, and it's not great. It's not great. But finally, Theo has told them about the hilt that he's been hiding, which I suppose may remove, you know, the threat from him, because he was being entranced by it at some point. But maybe they've taken it away from him just in time. And I do have I'm wondering now whether, you know, Theo is somehow related to Halbrand, because you know Halbrand is from the south. And hint at, you know, his father just vanishing or disappearing, and, you know, no one knew what happened to him, and these people did in fact swear fealty to Sauron. So it could be that because Halbrand did that, or his family did that, then he had to leave. He had to leave because the elves were rooting out any of the traitors and so on. And he left his son and his wife Bronwyn there. I mean, I don't really have much to support that, except that Theo's father is missing. No one knows where he is, and Halbrand seems to not want to go back home for some reason. So I do wonder whether Theo is actually Halbrand's father. Yeah, so we'll see whether there's any additional evidence to actually support that. But yes, we are off to war. Somehow Isildur has gotten his way back on the ship. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm still not convinced this is the correct decision. I think the Queen Regent, I don't know, she dismissed her father's warning, and I understand why she would, because she feels this is the way to save Numenor. All the signs are pointing to that this is the way to save Numenor. I just think that Galadriel is, you know, this war that she's prompting is what is going to lead to the end of Numenor. Yeah, like I said, there's a lesson somewhere down the line for her. It's going to be a very tragic one to change her into the character that we know now to the one that we see in the films. And I think that may be her going to Numenor and convincing these people living their lives to go to war for her. And look, we've seen them, you know, some of them who were about to ship out saying that, you know, don't worry about it, you know, it's going to be nothing, the war will be over before we even get there, and they're taking it very lightly. So these people were born in a time of peace. They're not accustomed to war. They're not ready. I think they're going to be slaughtered. And you know, knowing that Galadriel is the one who went and convinced them to fight in this war that she's only doing for vengeance, really. But yeah. Isildur has repaired his friendship with his friends, so I suppose that's good. I don't think it's the last we've seen of that relationship. We've been watching it grow for the last 2 episodes or so, and I do think these 2 characters that are accompanying him will play a role in what happens with him later. Yeah, so Numenor is off, and you know, things are coming to a head at the moment. Adar is now at the tower about to attack. Numenor's army is marching out. So I think this is all building up to a huge climax in the perhaps second to last into the last episode. So I can't wait to see what happens. All right, guys, that is it for the Rings of Power. Be sure to post down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you want to support the channel, and I will see you